Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a slightly different video for you. I'm going to do a 20 facts about myself. I did a poll on Twitter because I wasn't sure what video to film next for you, and most people voted for facts about me. I've noted some down about myself. It's quite hard actually thinking of 20 interesting things about me. All of these probably aren't interesting, but I'll share them with you anyway. So first up, number one. Is I am mixed race, so my father is from Bangladesh and my mother is English, hence the combination of my colouring and all that kind of stuff that you might have wondered before. Number two is I now live in London. I'm originally from Lincolnshire and I moved down to London after university when I got a job here, so I've now lived here for over 2 years now. Number three. When I was about 10 or 11, just literally before I started secondary school, I shaved off half of my, I don't know my left and right clearly, I shaved off half of my right eyebrow. This is a fact that probably not many people know about me because I tend not to brag about it, so I don't know why I'm telling you now, to be honest, because it's quite embarrassing. I don't know why I did it. I clearly was just trying to tidy up my brows with a razor apparently. Ended up shaving off half my eyebrow, so in my year 7 school photo my hair is strategically placed like this. So note to self for all younger people out there, do not put a razor near your eyebrows. It's not a good idea. Just talk to your mum, go and get them sorted out, or try and even pluck them if you want to. Just stay away from the razor. Number 4 is I have been to Cuba 9 times. It might seem a little excessive. Growing up, we just went back there quite a lot with my mum because my dad was at work and she liked going to a place that was familiar surroundings to take us, and obviously we just all loved Cuba as well. But I haven't been in quite a long time, so definitely is on my list to go back to as an adult and kind of see different parts that we didn't get to see before. Number 5 is that I am a cat lady. So my cat at home with my parents is called Princess. She's about 9 years old now and I love her. Sadly, we don't have a cat in our flat. We're not allowed one, and it probably wouldn't be very fair because we're at work all the time anyway. But I'm definitely a cat lady over a dog person, but I also love dogs. I don't discriminate, it's just cats have my heart. Number 6 is that I went to an all-girls grammar school. I never realised kind of how uncommon that was until university and then when I started working, but I went to an all-girls school, which I loved. Obviously it had its fair share of drama going on. Luckily I kind of stayed out of all of that. But yeah, all-girls grammar school. It's a very... we had a horrible bottleneck green uniform and my dad made me wear trousers for first year and they were just disgusting and so embarrassing. It's definitely my biggest, when I look back to school, my biggest regret. Number 7 is, surprisingly, I didn't wear any makeup at all until I was about 16 when I was starting sixth form. My school was quite strict in terms of makeup rules, but my mum was even stricter, so even if I had tried to put a little bit of mascara on, my mum would have clocked it straight away. I think one day I did try to put a little bit and she was like, Karishma, what have you got on your face? And that was probably when I was about 14 or 15, so it's been quite strict with that. So now, obviously, being an adult, I think that's maybe why I go overboard on makeup, because I was never allowed to, so now I just make up for that. Number 8, this is a gross and weird fact about me. Sometimes I can be walking down the high street, wherever I am, and my toe will dislocate. It's a really gross fact about me. Don't ask me why it happens, I don't know. Just occasionally I might have a slight problem, have to pop my toe back into place. It's happened to me before at a blogger event. I was so embarrassed. I was like, ow, 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 just give me a second, let me sort it out. And it happens more when I wear heels, so I try to avoid wearing heels. Number 9 is that I have an irrational phobia of the sea and fish, and I have no idea where it stemmed from. I've always been on beach holidays with an ocean and I can only ever bring myself to dip my little toe in the water. Number 10 is a slightly more boring one, that I studied marketing at uni, so I now work as a marketing manager. I went to Sheffield Hallam Uni and I did marketing, so a very obvious career path for me. Number 11, bad habits. I am a nail biter. You've probably noticed in other videos that I've done, I kind of tend to avoid showing my fingers where possible, but I am a nail biter. It's not a habit I'm proud of. I've tried to stop so many times, and unless I have my nails like with acrylics or gels, I just bite them. So for any special occasions I tend to get acrylic extensions, but again, then also not good for your nails, so I just live with the nail biter habit. Number 12 is that my middle name is Yasmin. Growing up, I just wished it was my first name. I think Karishma, kind of where I grew up in a very, not a very diverse environment, let's say. So Karishma always seemed like a very standout name for me, and I just wanted to fit in and be normal, I guess. And Yasmin, I felt, had that kind of bit of both. So I always wanted it to be my first name, but unfortunately it's not. Number 13 is I sleep with my eyes slightly open. Obviously I haven't seen this myself, other people have told me and taken photos. But yeah, I seem to apparently sleep with my eyes slightly open, so it looks a little bit scary, zombie-like. Number 14 is an exciting one. I actually got to meet Beyonce when I was 16. My parents got me a meet and greet ticket for her Sasha Fierce tour, and it was the best moment of my entire life. She's as amazing as you would expect her to be. The whole experience is kind of a blur because everyone asks me, what did you say? What did she say? How was it? But it was just such a whirlwind, and back in those days we didn't have kind of Snapchat or anything like that, and we wasn't allowed to take our phones in. So obviously I have a photo that the photographer took, but apart from that it was all whirlwind. I mean, she looked amazing. She was tiny. She was probably about a size 8 with a few curves. But she's a lot smaller than you would expect her to be. Number 15 is I have a younger sister whose name is Henna. She's 19, and her makeup collection, although she doesn't blog or anything, is probably double the size of mine. So obviously we don't live together anymore, she's at uni, but if we lived together I would just steal all of her makeup to blog and Instagram. She's always ordering from Anastasia and getting the latest palettes, and I'm always so jealous and behind. Yeah, that's her. Number 16 is I have a unhealthy obsession with dating shows. First Dates on Channel 4 is literally my favourite show ever at the moment. I'm addicted to it. I think it's just because I love romantic films and love and stuff like that, so I'm just attracted to any programs like that. Number 17, one of my favourite films ever. Is not kind of a work of art, but it's Friends with Benefits with Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake. I've seen it way too many times. It's just a feel-good film, and again, that kind of romantic comedy is totally up my street, and those two together, I wish they were together in real life so bad because they're so good in the film. Yeah. Which kind of leads me to my next one, which is my dream destination to kind of visit is New York. It's been my obsession since I was so young. I always said I was going to move there, which you never know, maybe one day. But yeah, I just love it so much, but I'm waiting to go at the right time. I don't want to go and have no budget, so I want to save up and kind of have the trip of a lifetime, spend all my money and do all those touristy things that you see on TV, and yeah, I love it, but I haven't been, so yeah, you know what I mean. Number 19 is I am a bath person over a shower person. I don't know why, I think I've just had, I guess that's my mum's preference too, so it's kind of just led on from there. But I will always choose a bath every time, and if I'm ever in a bad mood or feeling a bit grouchy or anything like that, the bath is the place for me. Just fill it up with bubbles and just relax, and it's just so nice after like a long day to kind of just lay back and float in your own dirt, I guess, weirdly. But yeah. And number 20 is that I'm a Gemini. My birthday is on the 31st of May, and I couldn't be a more obvious Gemini if you tried. I'm very out there, definitely have two personalities sometimes, a little bit crazy. But yeah, that's it. They're my 20 facts. I hope you enjoyed watching this video and getting to know a little more about me. Let me know if you have any of the same things going on down below in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye!